childhood, growing and developing years of a person, this is meant to be a highly important time to create morals, fundamentals, and skills necessary to be a success. Instead, the trauma CPS creates in these young minds set a path of disaster, and statistics prove it. In nearly 90% of their cases, the trauma is unnecessary. Time is the one thing that can never be given back. CPS takes away moments in life that can't be replaced. The time just keeps going, doesn't mean a thing anymore. They left as children, and it's up to them when they come home if they know who you are. Each second away is time you will never get back and keep getting older.
Studies are leading towards incarceration.
Now comes the honorable judge in the halls of justice, where the Constitution will hold strong, and your rights to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness will trample CPS for all they have done to your child.
The truth and corruption that's revealed to you is enough to make you sick. This is not America we were sold.
Children are being taken from families at the rate of 1 a minute. It needs to be stopped.
It's time to wake up and abolish CPS.
They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them, but when they come your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for their calling. They are giving us the CPS a warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by their tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come, picking you up one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are old Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior anthem. We cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. Our children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping.
I can't hear you.
Tiff, what are you reading over there?
Oh, Child Protective Service and the juvenile justice system.
You didn't even pick your head up the whole song. Usually you're bobbing your head and everything else, but you weren't doing any of it. There must be some good reading.
Well, this is what I want to read. Okay. So the people that wrote this, I don't even know where I got it because I get stuff all the time. But this is what it says. But while I'm reading this, I want you to look up warrant clause.
What cause?
Warrant clause.
Warrant?
Warrant clause.
Warrant? W-O-R-N-T, warrant?
Like get a search warrant.
Search warrant?
Clause, yes. Will you stop?
Search warrant clause, that's what I'm looking up?
Look up warrant clause. But this is what it says. It says two things that I've been preaching this whole time. There are no exceptions to the Constitution for CPS. And the other thing is, you as a parent or caregiver must, in big, bold, black letters, know your rights.
All right. You do say that often, but the warrant clause?
Yes, look it up.
It says the warrant clause is part of the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution that states that warrants can only be issued under certain conditions. A judge or magistrate must issue the warrant. There must be probable cause. Let me see my mouse stuff. The warrant must be supported by an oath or an affirmation. The warrant must be specifically describe the place to be searched in the people or things to be seized. The Fourth Amendment also prohibits unreasonable searches and seizures. If the police search a person or their property, they must have a warrant or be able to prove that an exception applies. The debate over the warrant clause is rooted in a history that began in the 16th century when the people of England were subjected to general warrants. These warrants gave government agents the authority to search all houses and places for people suspected of libels.
Okay, so the reason I told you to look that up and read it is because CPS has to do that under the warrant clause. They have to have proof before getting a removal order. We all know that they don't.
Right.
They just go in and say, I believe a child is being abused.
Right, and that makes hearsay not valid, right? Or does it?
You look, I am trying to get the word belief taken out here in Virginia, right? Because let's say you have grandkids. You cannot walk in a courtroom and say, I believe my grandkids are being abused. They're going to tell you, Darren, get the hell out of my court and bring back evidence. But let me or you as a CPS worker walk in there and say, I believe a kid is being abused. I need a removal order. They will give you one. No evidence, no nothing.
Right. That's if they even sign it themselves. That's if they don't rubber stamp the damn things, and just let the caseworkers do it themselves.
Well, and that's another thing that I say, you need to know who your judges are.
Oh, all right, you done? I thought you were going to go off on a good tear right there.
Oh,
I was getting back ready for that.
The reason you need to know who your judges are It's because you can check their name. Every jurisdiction has a list of chief judges and the judges under them. Juvenile, district, and circuit. You can literally find out if that judge is in your district.
All right. And then what do we do with those? What do we do with that list if they're in our district? Like, so wait a minute. Are you saying that the warrant has to be signed by the judge that's in your district for it to be valid? Like, if, for me, instance, it's York County. So whoever signed this, whatever judge signs this, has to be in the jurisdiction of York County.
Correct.
All right. But so does that make it not valid if it's from another, I don't know what the next, say, Aroostook County or whatever it is. But does that make it not valid if it's from a judge in a different county?
Okay, like here, we have judges that cover 3 jurisdictions, right? Rockingham, Warren, Frederick, Clark, and Winchester. Okay? So you have to know all the judges in that district because our judges here drive to all these districts. But it should say their district and how many counties that they cover.
All right. Now
Ours does.
Right. So does that make that a jurisdiction argument on top of that? We don't talk much about jurisdiction, but
No. Because you said unless they rubber stamp it. Well, if you got a supposed judge's signature, then you can look up that judge on your local website and say, this ain't no judge here.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. So then the thing what you're saying here is match the signature, match the logos, the emblems, all that stuff. Everything that they're supposed to have on the way the signature is. Make sure you check that stuff. Make sure it's in the right district, the right name, but make sure the judge is in your district, all that good stuff.
Yes.
Wow. And if it's not, then we have a constitutional argument there?
Yeah, because now you have fraud.
Okay.
Because you literally fraudulently, and it could almost be what's the one where you sign somebody else's name?
Plagiarism?
Not plagiarism. There's another name for it.
You mean if you do it knowingly?
Yeah. I don't remember the name. Huh?
Sign someone else's name?
Yeah, but there's a legal name for it.
Like if you're a representative,
falsifying a signature. It what it boils down to is falsifying a signature.
Okay, all right. Falsify a signature. We'll have to look into that. Or if anybody out there knows what we're trying to say here, you could put it right here, right there in the comments. That would help us out a little bit. I know one of you must have that knowledge in your heads. So kind of like falsifying a signature, but you're writing the name for someone else. If you are the first one to label that, you win something. I'll tell you what, if you're the first person that gives us that word, I'll send you the Tiff the Punisher songs on an MP3 file. How's that? So the first person that gives us the answer that we're looking for, I'll send you guys that MP3 of the songs. So I know you all like the songs so much, so that's what we'll do. So the first person that puts up the right answer for what we're trying to say here. Hey, maybe we should start doing that every day. Maybe we should have a quiz every day. Tiff, Earth to Tiff.
I'm just looking at another thing.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that you could do 2 things like that at once, but don't you think we should have a quiz every day?
Yeah, we can do a quiz every day.
I think we should. I mean, depending on how much what's this word I'm trying to look for? Depending on how much people put into it. What's that word? Participation. Falsifying. Tired soul lost in the world says falsifying documentation. Close, pal, but no cigar. That's what Tiff has already said. It's like that. It's like putting in the signature. You're fraud. You're signing something in somebody else's behalf. Is this good or bad?
Well, if they're signing judges' names to fake removal orders, that's a bad thing for them. It's falsifying information. And oh my God, for the life of me, I can't think of the charge that it would be. But it's almost like impersonating a judge and signing their name without their permission.
Right. It's not plagiarism, not plagiarism.
Oh my God. I don't remember the word.
Hey, I got it. Plagiarism.
No.
Oh.
And if they sign that, don't you think that would be impersonating an official?
Right. Well, I mean, they call it rubber stamping. Why they call it rubber stamping, I don't know. But
falsifying documents. It's falsifying documents.
Is that what we're going with? That's it? We're just going to call it falsifying documents?
Yeah, well, that's a crime.
All right. Tired Soul calls it plagiarizing. That's the English version. Plagiarizing. Speaking of that, where is our English friends? We haven't seen them in quite some time. Arjuna and all of those guys, where are they? I haven't seen them. We need to get them back on here and get some British insight on this stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think it's ridiculous that a caseworker can go in, say that this kid is under some sort of imminent danger standard, which is ridiculous anyway. I mean, that's all based on a matter of opinion. You know, like I always say that, you know, like this is like, you know, your caseworker comes in and gets your kid because you have imminent danger in your home. She walks outside with your kid, they get hit by a bus and they get killed. You know, like who was really in imminent danger? You know what I mean? Like where was the imminent danger in that situation? You know, so you can't call out imminent danger, and they do it so loosely that it's asinine. You know, like, oh, she, you know, had a strawberry on the floor. You know, the kid could slip and fall and break his head. Imminent danger. We got to go do. But for real, that's what they're doing. It's just awful, and they get away with it. So on top of all of that falsity and all that crap that they're doing, and then to be able to just go ahead and have a rubber stamp that says that the judge authorizes this. I mean, like, I hope these judges at least look at this stuff and realize how much of an idiot they must look like. You know, or I hope that they get the responsibility of, you know, having to answer for these things that they've allowed the caseworkers to rubber stamp. I mean, it's just asinine. And the fact that they even allow their signatures to be put on something with such magnitude and such, you know, ramification or, you know, of situation, that's by me anyway. But I get it too. Nobody wants to have their hands on this stuff. You know, like nobody wants to be responsible for the kid that didn't get taken that dies, or no one wants to be responsible for the kid that got taken that shouldn't be. You know, so I'm not giving them any empathy or sympathy, but I'm sure it is a tough situation to be in to make that decision. Although I don't believe that they make the decision right at all. But I think they just go on this side of caution, which isn't right either. You know, like sit on that bench and do your goddamn job. Be a judge. You know, that's what you're supposed to be there for. You're supposed to be there to hear one side. And then you also made this point, before I even forget this, isn't that ex parte seeming like that they get to go in and do this all behind closed doors and in silence? And then they get to come out and just take your kid, no defense, no nothing. But if you read all of the rules, all the freaking rules say that the 72-hour hearing, all of that stuff, you're supposed to be privy to that information before it happens. That's what all the rules say. Everything says that. But yet, I'll bet everybody that even listens, watches, seen us, whatever, all of their stuff says that there was an imminent danger situation, and I'll bet you they just popped up to take their kids. Never once has anybody heard that, hey, they're going to come get your kid, and then in 72 hours, we'll have to hear it. They show up at your damn doorstep with a buttload of police officers trying to intimidate you, with a bunch of lies and bullshit on their notepads, with a badge on their chest that means absolutely nothing, and they force their way into your head to make you believe that they can take your kids. And that's basically what happens. because you don't see the cops coming busting through there and grabbing your kids. They're standing at the doorway shutting their mouths. Now, if they were really doing what they were supposed to be doing, these cops, they would be out there saying, whoa, 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 guys, we shouldn't be doing this. And why are they at a civil matter anyway? If me and you were in a relationship and we got into a fight and the cops came, it would be like, nope, 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 we don't deal in civil matters. You go to court for that, not this. We don't deal in your situation. That's exactly what would happen. So what the hell are the policemen even doing at these situations? That's the other question. So they have all of this bullshit that's going on surrounding taking the kids, and every bit of this is wrong. Nothing matches up. Nothing's right. No, nothing. None of the sorts. But yet, every day, a child a minute, we let this happen to. And it's just asinine.
So, do you know what imminent danger is according to the Supreme Court with children?
No, I don't know what the Supreme Court says.
Okay, the Supreme Court said life, limb, or death. So look it up, imminent danger, and then look up exigent circumstances. Because I did a video on this. Okay. I guarantee you a CPS worker cannot tell you what imminent danger is or exigent circumstances.
I can't even say that word.
Exigent.
Exigent, right? Exigent. What is it?
Exigent.
All right, let's see. Let's see here. Imminent danger. Where does the black law take me today? Imminent. Hey, do you remember the Dewey Decimal System?
No.
Oh, come on. Don't act like you're a young chicken. You don't remember in the library how you used to get the books out?
When you used to go to the library.
Oh, you were probably too interested in boys back then, weren't you?
You know me so well, Darren.
Yep. See it all over your face. Boy, your husband, he's got himself a handful.
That's to say the least.
Yeah. Is imminent 2 M's? Imminent, right? I-M-M?
Yep.
Oh, husband and wife immunity. You know what? Let's just stop. I don't even know what this is going to be about, but I just came across this. It says husband-wife immunity. It says the immunity of the spouse from a tort action by the other spouse. Oh, okay, so that doesn't apply to us then. Oh, yeah, specific. I thought he was going to say something about splitting us up or something. Wrong answer for me. All right, imminent. Immunity. Immediate. Immunity. Immoral. Holy smokes. There's all these words in this book.
Isn't it a dictionary?
Oh, imminent danger. See danger. Okay, so let's get to D here. I'm surprised that I don't have this marked off. I bet you I probably do. I mean, I do right there. Look at this. What an idiot. Look at this.
You are so funny.
Imminent danger right there. I've already got it marked. Okay, so according to Black's Law, an immediate real threat to one's safety that justifies the use of force. You know what? This damn scanner. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Yes, if the cops come for me, we'll know when they knock on the door. Okay. Imminent danger says an immediate real threat to one's safety that justifies the use of force in self-defense. Criminal law, the danger resulting from an immediate threatened injury sufficient to cause a reasonable and prudent person to defend himself or herself. So pretty much sirens, ambulances, bombs, explosions, saws, chainsaws, blood, all of those type things are imminent danger. Your kid not going to school this morning because they had a cough and CPS doesn't like it is not an imminent danger situation. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree. Now look up exigent. I will spell that.
EXTI.
No,
No, right? No,
EXIGENT.
EXPUND. We're a happy family. Exigent. Exigent. URX. How many others of you out there sing the alphabet while you're trying to go through a dictionary? How many of you even go and look through a dictionary? That's one question. I mean, they're very good for collecting dust, too. Hell, you don't need an ionizer. You just get a couple of dictionaries, put them in the room, and you should see the dust that they collect. G. E. Okay, E what?
EXIGENT.
TV. WX. Europa. Eureka. European law. QRS. GUV. WX. YZ. Change the proof in the glove. Evidence extingent. Exigent. EWX. P. Extrajudicial evidence. Extrinsic evidence. Sculpatory. Extingent. Expert. Exculpatory. Extrajudicial.
Okay, so I just Googled it. It says an exigent circumstances stance is an emergency situation which requires immediate attention and allows law enforcement to enter your home without a warrant. It's for preventing harm to a person, life and limb, like I said. So you need to start asking these people if they even know what they're talking about.
No, you need to start asking them.
No, I'm talking about CPS. No, I don't need to ask them because I already know they don't know the damn answer.
Okay.
United States versus McConney. McConney. Sorry.
Well, yes.
Did you find it in there?
I have not found it yet, there, dear.
Wow.
I can't believe this. Like it goes from you tell a joke or something. You got like so much pressure on me. I'm sweating.
I just read it.
I know, but now you've got me wanting. I got it. I'm on this mission right now. It's got to be in the Black's Law Dictionary, right?
Well, I just sent it to your email.
I know, but it's still not here in the Black's Law book that I'm looking at so rigorously. I don't know.
The night they came to my house, the sergeant was like, "We're not entering your home. There's no exigent circumstances." I said, "I know."
Wow, I can't believe that. I can't find this.
Let's do imminent danger.
Yeah, why don't you take over for a second?
Imminent danger.
Administrative, judicial, exculpatory.
Imminent danger is a situation that poses a threat of death or physical harm that could occur within a short period of time. It can also refer to dangerous conditions that are not normal for a job or that of a person that would normally work under. So you need to ask these people, is it imminent danger or is it exigent circumstances? Because an imminent danger, immediate severe injury of health resulting in loss of limbs.
Oh, man. I can't believe this.
There's actually an imminent danger act.
Really?
Yeah, I just found it. Okay, so imminent danger and exigent circumstance, they only differ in the danger part. Like one is life, limb, and death, which is imminent danger.
Huh.
Well, damn, I just found a whole thing I'm gonna send you on it. It's from GovPub.
GovPub, huh? I never heard of
Yeah.
that one.
Me neither. And it's a OSHA fact sheet. So this comes from the government.
Exculpatory.
Darren, you can look it up later.
This is driving me insane. Why don't you talk about something while I'm looking? This is crazy. I cannot believe that it doesn't have it here. I'm bouncing back and forth in between these freaking words, and I just can't. Whoa.
Okay, so let me finish what I was talking about in this book. It says never trust anyone from CPS. You have to understand that CPS will not give you or your spouse a Miranda warning, nor do they have to, except in 2 states, Texas and New York. If CPS shows up at your door and tells you they need to speak with you or your children, you have the legal right to deny them entry into your home. Before they leave, you should bring your child to the door, never open it. Instead, show them they are not in any imminent danger and that they are fine. I don't even suggest that, but it is your child.
Right. Wow.
And then it says anonymous calls. Remember, anonymous calls to CPS are never probable cause to enter a home and speak with your children. CPS cannot enter your home and speak to your children without a warrant under the warrant clause. That's why I had Darren read that.
Right.
All CPS agents all across the country have had aggressive view of their power, right? So
Right.
when they come at me, I'm aggressive anyway. When they show up, I automatically turn into this other person. I'm just telling you. Uh-oh, I lost my place. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Oh, and what you think is abuse and neglect is not what CPS thinks. It's a totally different definition. That definition is whatever they want it to be. CPS will lie to you. Mark my words. They will tell you that you can do anything wait a minute. They will tell you they can do anything they want and they have total immunity. They will tell the other half dozen social workers sitting, it pretty much is saying ask the half a dozen social workers in California sitting in jail because they lost their immunity. All CPS workers in the United States are subject to the 4th and 14th Amendment. There's other ones in here too. Hold on, let me see if I can find them real quick.
Running circles around me.
People that sue them should sue for violating the 1st, 4th, 6th, 9th, and 14th Amendment rights. You get that?
Yep,
1st, 4th, 6th, 9th, and 14th. And I'm going to add 7, the 7th now because of SEC being overturned.
Got you there.
The Ninth Circuit Court said parents have a constitutional right to be left alone by CPS and the police. Using the phrase the best interest of the child without supporting facts or legal basis is insufficient to support a warrant or court order to enter a home. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the 7th Circuit recently ruled that child abuse investigations held on private property are unconstitutional. We all knew that. I hope everybody knew that. Now, this is while in custody. These are the 80% of cases that are called in are bogus or false. Okay, that's a lot of cases that's false. Physical abuse in CPS custody is 160. Parents custody 59. Sexual assault in CPS custody 112. Parents custody 13. Neglect in CPS custody 410.
So 410 So 410 times the average of whatever that is. The average is.
Right.
Wow.
241 in the parents custody. Medical neglect 14% in CPS custody, 12 in parents custody. And fatalities in child protective custody is 6.4. Parents custody, 1.5.
Oh, wow. What a difference, huh?
And that number is on 100,000 children in the United States. That was done on 100,000 children in the welfare system. That's high.
Wow. That's a freaking lot.
But yet they want to hold parents accountable and not be accountable for the shit that they do.
It's crazy. Wow. I give up.
It is illegal and unconstitutional practice for CPS to remove children solely because they saw a parent was the victim of domestic violence.
Wow.
That's the Nicholson case.
Okay.
Are parents guilty of maltreatment or emotional neglect if the child witnesses domestic violence? Not according to Judge Weinstein's ruling and to the leading of national experts. Wow.
Wow, it's correct.
When a young child is separated from the parents unwillingly, he or she shows distress. Imagine that. Do children have a legal standing to sue CPS for their illegal abduction from their home and violating their 4th and 14th Amendment rights? Yes, they do. So they can sue.
Wow. They can use this. All these arguments that we're giving them, they can use them in it, of course.
So I looked up the HIPAA today, right? Yeah. Because I had a CPS worker say, Ms. Wise, if we're investigating abuse and neglect, we can we override HIPAA. I said, oh, so you think you can override federal law? So I looked it up under federal law. It is a violation and they can be fined for it. But the state lets them get away with it because they're CPS workers doing an abuse and neglect investigation. So yes, it is a federal crime.
It's just so asinine. It really is just exigent. Exigent.
Exigent.
I got it.
What does it say? What does their Black's Law Library say? Dictionary.
Refer to Tiff. No, it says requiring immediate action or aid, urgent, exigent circumstances. Yep. And then it also goes on to read a judicial writ employed in the process of outlawry, commanding the sheriff to demand the defendant's appearance from county court or county courts until he was outlawed, or if the defendant appeared, to take him before the court to answer if the plaintiff's or action. Steve. All right, we'll pretend it's right there. That's yes. Yes.
Darren, see if the Black's Law Library or dictionary, since they use it so much in the legal world, look up ex parte and see if it says unethical, because I'll show you that it says it in my book.
Ex parte should be right here.
Mm-hmm.
Ex parte, Latin from the word part, on or from the one party only, used without notice to or argument from the adverse party. The judge conducted the hearing ex parte. Done or made at the instant and for the benefit of one party only, and without notice to the or arguments by any person adversely interested of or relating to court action taken by one party, without notice in the other. For temporary or in emergency relief, um, ex parte injunctions, despite the traditional one sidelines of ex
Our ex
parte,
parte
that
orders
is,
constitutional.
some courts now require notice to the opposition before what they call an ex parte hearing, sometimes spelled ex parte. So,
Yeah,
where
they're
are we at, man?
emergency custody orders. They are temporary restraining orders.
Yeah. Birds of a feather walk together. Wow. Boy, man, you really could.
Okay, so this is on a law firm's website. It says the definition of ex parte is for one party, referring to motions, hearings, or orders granted on the request of one and for the benefit of only one party. According to the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution, no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law. Therefore, they are unconstitutional. Booyah! Mic drop. Told you.
Yep. Yep. Oh boy. Well, we got that one all figured out, folks.
Yeah. They can't pull no shit over my eyes. I'm telling you right now, because I'll make them motherfuckers research every fucking thing.
You really will too.
Yeah. And I will ask them, explain to me what imminent danger is. Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay. So what are exigent circumstances? And don't ask the police officer because he's only here to protect you.
They're not going to read it from this either.
No, they're not.
Man, that was something.
Oh, and if you go to court and get an ex parte emergency custody order, I will sue your ass for a violation of my constitutional rights.
I was never notified. Right. I think we got this. I really do think that we got this stuff. I think that we're putting this all together.
All it boils down to is the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Honestly.
If you keep all that in mind and in focus, it really does change the entire way that you look at this stuff. It really does. And if you look at it from start to wherever you're at now, like from the moment that CPS comes and you think of the Constitution, okay, they don't have the right to come into my house. I don't have to contract with them. I have the right to be a parent. All of these things, you're a lot better off than you were when you weren't even thinking about, hey, well, CBS is here. Ah! You know what I mean? And you screw up and shoot yourself in the foot. You know, you're like, come see how good of a parent I am. Ah! You know, running through your house and all this nonsense. It's just crazy. But if you just stay calm, think Constitution, you might be able to get out of this thing. Because maybe that's the key to winning too. It's not letting them get your kids. Right? Like that's a part of it, right? Like don't let them get them. Play that game, but play it with the Constitution in mind, using their codes and all that stuff against them. And you just go on being a parent. Just know that you have rights. Maybe that will be enough to make sure that they're not taking these kids, you know? I'm sure it won't be easy, or it won't be, or it wouldn't be, I guess I could say, because I won't get the opportunity, thank goodness, again, to do this stuff. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Um, but I would think just to have that little bit of information is worth its weight in gold from where I just was, uh, not too long ago. Like, so this is all like good, solid information, and you need to use it. You have to use it. Otherwise, you're gonna lose. Because kitty? Don't show everybody your tail like this. Good lord, that's rude. You kitty. She's a little harlot. Do you know that she just had 7 beautiful kittens, and now, guess what?
She's pregnant again.
Yes, she is. Yeah, look at she's so upset about it. She's like, get me out of here, guys. Like, go, baby. I love that little. She's great. We got to get her fixed. But she doesn't give us enough time. She just turned a year old, for gosh sakes.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I mean, this is crazy. It really is. I've been saying this for a long time. I know that you're on board with it too. This is all so simple, and it's all going back to the basics. KISS, like Gunnar said, keep it simple, stupid. Like all of this stuff. It is. I think, but we just got to start putting it to work. Like this is it. We got to start. Unfortunately, we got to find some people, or some people need to put in to play all of this. Like when CPS comes to them, we need people to. I don't want to say have fresh people coming through the system, but it's going to happen. So we need to get this information to people that haven't been affected yet by CPS. So how do we do that?
It goes back to what I've said my whole life. People don't care until it happens to them, and then it's too late.
Yep, that's very accurate. I'm one of those people. Unfortunately, I am one of those people that, I thought that, Uncle Sam was going to jump down through the American flag and come save me and my kids. And I thought I was the only person on earth that, had this happen to them. And, I can't believe this stuff. Wait till I announce this to people. They're going to go out of there. I couldn't even I did one of those change.org things or whatever to, for my child and everything. And I had like 10,000 people looked at it. 500 something signed it, and that was just an easy it's already passing by you. Just click a button. You didn't have to write your full name. You want to talk about lazy? You just had to put in like your initials. So for me, obviously it's DG. That's it. And then on its way it's going. You've got a signature. People still wouldn't do that. It's like, wow, sorry that my cause of trying to
bring awareness
and bring awareness, right, is affecting your I don't know. We need to somehow figure out how to get it to them. That's what it boils down to. Because they're whoever they are, they're going to be the next set of leaders for this thing. Like you are in your stages. I'm in my stages. Everybody that we're in like this graduating class, I guess, if you will, of CPS, because it's kind of like they run in like time periods. Like I look at this class now, and the people that I visit with, and like people like you and stuff, is like the 2021 class. Like this is when we all got together, and you know what I mean. Like this is, I don't know what you were exactly when you came in with your grandkids or whatever, but that's about like how long I've known you or of you and everything, and I've known a lot of other people. And I look back at my Facebook. I think even when I was talking to a gentleman this morning, we were talking about having a minister's license, which I have. And believe it or not, and he's like, "Oh, let me see the stuff." I'm like, Jesus, I don't even remember where the website was, or whatever. But anyway, it was all 3 years ago. Like all of this stuff was 3 years ago. So I look at this stuff like, holy smokes! Like, and I feel like that's just how it runs. Like, when did you get back involved with CPS? Like, you must have had a little bit of lull, right?
Well, I've had more CPS cases than anybody I've ever advocated for.
Right.
I mean, I had one in 2021 because they brought me in as a joiner with my daughter because I refused to cooperate and I made her shut up. Then I had one when my youngest daughter was like 12, almost 13, and they wanted me to stay home, but they didn't want to pay me to stay home.
Right. Yeah.
And then the one before that was when they terminated my rights of my middle daughter.
No one ever got anything from that.
Oh, wait a minute. And then I had one with my son because he kept running away. He always ran away to Pizza Hut. So the police took him, right? And they called me and CPS was in there. And I sat down. This is what I said to him. My son doesn't have any bruises. He eats well. He goes to school. I'm not a drunk. I'm not a drug addict. Are we done here? He was like, well, I said, no, we're done. And I took my son and I walked out of the police department with my son.
Right.
No, I'm not. I am one, that parent. And two, I am that grandma that will tear the shit down. I'm telling you.
I love it. I love it. Huh.
I'll take on anybody. If I'm right, I will take on the world. I'm telling you, I will.
Yep, I will too. I'm following you. I'm coming in right behind Tiff. That rocket music cranked in.
You know what my song used to be, Darren? You know what my theme song used to be?
Eye of the Tiger.
Dangerous Minds.
Oh, God. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Oh, wow. This spending most of our lives living in Tiff's Gangster's Paradise.
That was my theme song.
That was what you, that was what when you rolled up to, wherever you were rolling up to, you'd throw on some, oh, man, that's funny. Now, that's you know how long that song's been out, Tiff?
Yeah, since 1980 or 1995, I think.
1996. That's what.
1996.
The lady.
And guess who my little gangsters were? Or guess who my homies were?
Who's that?
My little kids at the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. I knew that was coming. Yes.
But they are my foot soldiers today. Are you trying to find that song?
You want to tell me what this is all about?
All right, everybody. Might as well leave it with this.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been staying most of the lives, living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of the lives, living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives, living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives, living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool.